Alright, so now we are recording Hello World. If you're listening to this, it is one or two things that have happened. One, you are subscribed to our Patreon, and welcome. This is now your brand new, for Patreon members, $5 and up, folks. You get access to an exclusive feed where you'll now be getting bonus episodes where many times we'll talk for sometimes 10, sometimes 30 minutes. We'll just chit-chat before we actually really start recording. And we're going to start recording these things for our patrons. Or, number two, this is actually going up on the free feed. Well, I say free feed, but the main feed, the feed that we've been using for years. To say, hey, we're doing this thing on Patreon now. So if you'd like to hear more things like this, please subscribe.
I think you need to get Anna to hit that button for you. To turn it on so that you don't know when you're being recorded.
I mean, the problem is I would have to, be looking away from my computer for her to be able to move, to push me away, hit the button, type in the information, and say start recording.
Yeah, that's what I'm advocating.
Yeah. You have to just set up some
And now I've got Anna looking at me because she doesn't hear this. So all she knows is that I am talking about her. And she is very confused and is looking at me, why the hell are you talking to me? I'm not on this podcast.
All you have to do is set up a remote hookup between your two computers so that she can make your computer record audio anytime she wants. Nothing bad can come from this.
Anyways, speaking of Douglas, he has already told us that he has brought extra work to class.
I did.
And you have a book report for us.
A book report? Oh, yes, the book report. I remember this.
What are you? You're not going to get me to talk about it now. I'm saving it to talk about on the show.
But this is the show. You said you want to talk about it on the show, but not as a moment of awesome or anything else. You want it as its own little thing.
Okay, well, which thing? Because there's been a lot of things like that.
Specifically, Dick Fight Island.
Oh my God, guys, Dick Fight Island. Oh, Basil,
Isn't this
you
magical?
can't spring this on me now. I wasn't actually prepared for doing my book report on Dick Fight Island. Hang on, I have to look up the name of the other guys who reviewed it because they did a really good job. What were they called again?
Meanwhile, my dog has decided that now is the time to run around.
Y'all pause for a second. Let me pack up.
Dogs.
I will take her into the living room. I thought she'd be good. I was incorrect.
Of course you were incorrect. Never trust a dog.
Except, ironically, you can generally trust dogs. But that's,
Dog? We're getting kicked out. Get your dinosaur. You got both your dinosaurs. Get one of the dinosaurs and come on.
This is audio gold, folks.
Yeah.
Oh, did Colin like his dinosaurs this month?
I haven't gotten them yet. Probably get them tomorrow.
You got his dinosaurs this month?
He is not.
Aw.
Ida loves both her dinosaurs, but Ida loves all toys, by and large, except for, this one, too plasticky taco.
Oh my God, she hated the taco.
It was the one thing she's hated is in this taco.
Okay. I don't understand, but,
I
everyone
need
likes
to pull
tacos.
up both Dick Fight Island and this review. To talk about them in length.
No! Children! We're not staying here.
Okay.
Okay, well, I'm back.
I'm still pulling stuff up.
Okay. Unless there was something else you'd rather talk about this time.
Well, no. It's just like I had also told you that I was about ready to put together my essay on Japanese skater culture, and like that just seems like I need to include that just in the body of the podcast, not like as a separate thing.
Oh, 100%. 100%, I agree with that entirely.
And
No,
that's why I was confused about what you wanted me to talk about, and it's just been so long.
Well, it's true, because we did talk about Dick Fight Island for this particular thing as a Patreon bonus, but even then that was, like a week ago.
I kind of thought Charlie and Dylan were going to be here for Dick Fight Island too.
Oh, we're never going to actually get Charlie on here for anything.
We're not?
No, he has a kid, and that causes issues with planning anything.
Oh.
At least as far as recording goes, where he can be by himself to record a podcast. That's why we haven't had him on in forever, is because it's really hard to get him on because of kids. Well, kid. Now, we might be able to see if Dylan's free real quick. And just pull him in just for a moment.
Dylan.
Yeah, let's do that. Check on that while I try to log into Sublime to
It doesn't appear to be on Discord.
I'll put the call out, but we'll see what happens.
Okay.
Or, if we want, we could... Well, Dylan just got on his phone, so he might say, no. Or might say, give me a moment. I don't know.
I'm having a hard... I can't remember what my password is.
Oh, no. If need be, we can figure out a different topic, and you can save this for the Centaur World Season 2 Patreon episode.
No, you were right the first time. If we're gonna start doing like little mini podcasts before the actual podcast, we're gonna start with Dick Fight Island.
Okay. I mean, yes, I agree. I am just much more prepared to talk about Skate the Infinity than I am Centaur World Season 2.
Oh, Dylan.
It wants me to log into YouTube? That doesn't even make any sense.
Well, apparently, talking to Dylan, he says, I can be if you give me about 10 minutes.
Okay, I can give him about 10 minutes.
Oh.
So, Kevin, how are you doing while Doug is busy looking for things?
I'm okay. Man, I don't know, not doing a lot, but it's...
I'll tell you what, how about you tell me about MomoCon?
That was a convention.
It was a convention.
It happened.
That was your first convention you've been to since, well, the whole COVID thing.
The recent unpleasantness, yes.
That is still actively going on, despite what anyone might tell you.
The current unpleasantness, yes. But yeah, that was fun. I'm not really in con shape, I discovered. I'm not ruined, but, like I wasn't incapable of moving around the cons. But boy, I was getting tired walking around so much faster.
Does not help that the con is also so much bigger.
Yeah.
And it takes a moment just to get there, because if you were at MomoCons previously, if you know where you went to go to get to registration, you actually... That's still registration, but now you keep going.
Yeah.
And then there's a whole hall that's like 5 times as big as the old hall that we were in.
I finally managed to pull it up, guys. I logged in. Google wanted me to log into YouTube on my phone in order to prove that I was me and give me the password.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
That unfortunately does make sense.
Yeah, it weirdly does make sense. But
I meant
apparently
it
it was...
sarcastically, but there we go.
Apparently my Sublime account is attached to my Google account, which tells me which password I should have been using, but oh well.
Yeah.
Doesn't
There
hurt
you
to
go.
change your password.
Cool. Well, now we're waiting for Dylan so that he can experience this personally.
But I
And,
don't know.
we don't have any Patreon people yet that we can say give us enough money to have on the show. That could be an eventual goal if we start actually getting people to pay for things, though.
That would
Like,
be
maybe like
interesting.
a slot that we put up on occasion where you can like fork over like for 1 month like an absurd like a few $100 and you get to be on the podcast for an episode.
Ooh, secret guest spot. That could go exciting places.
It could, but we ain't there yet.
Yeah.
But Dylan's a legit awesome caster, so if he wants to be on to hear about Dick Fight Island, he can be on to hear about Dick Fight Island. That's fine.
I mean, why wouldn't you?
So, while we're waiting for Dylan, another topic conversation I debated on us having is, now this is going to go up on the Patreon feed. And what I have noticed, plugging in people's Patreon RSS feeds into my podcatcher so I can download the Patreon bonus episodes, they always use different artwork or the same artwork in a different color scheme. So this is now finally the chance for y'all to pitch me alternate not blue AwesomeCast color schemes that I can look into for the logo.
Well, the color scheme of Dick Fight Island is a yellow, gray, flesh tone, and then blue. Just more of a like beachy kind of look than your standard AwesomeCast look.
Because it's an island.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That does make sense, but is that the look that you want?
No, not particularly. I think you should do a rainbow.
I figured that was going to be the response, but
Rainbow's a classic. Goes up anytime in June, it would be apropos, but that's a...
I mean that is it's a possibility. It could get out in June. It may be the very end of June, but it could get out in June, depending on how well things get edited. It's a possibility. I don't want to say for sure, but it's a possibility if things go as theoretically as they should. Next week should be the Culver's episode, and the week after that should be the Skate / Patreon episode, because these are going to go up around roughly the same time or within days of each other.
We still haven't put out the Culver's episode?
No, we have not.
I feel like we've been inadvertently cheating Tobias then, because he paid for that. He paid for that episode.
It's true, and he did. Like, he spent the money on us, a non trivial amount, to make sure that we had the food to actually talk about it. So I had him on the episode. I'm extra glad we had him on the episode. In fact, spoilers, I was talking about it to him just earlier today, and he was like, "Oh wow, perfect timing. Sometimes in the quiet moments when I can hear my own thoughts, I remember the taste of Culver's burgers and cheese curds."
I mean, I kind of want to go back, but it's mostly because I want ice cream.
I mean, their custard
really
is good.
badly.
Well, especially with what you're doing with your house lately, but I don't really want to talk
God.
about that too much because that's going to be part of the main show.
Yeah. Oh, Basil, you're making me do all this research.
I know, I'm terrible. I'm sorry.
And all I really wanted to do is farming 14 today.
Well, what you farming in 14?
I don't know, just random junk. Like, seriously, just random junk. I'm trying to lessen my inventory load, but I'm still refusing to sell things under a certain price point. So, I just been kind of going, well, if I can't sell it for what I want to sell it for, I'll just find out what it can make and go make that, and then sell the leftovers of that. And eventually, I'll only have stuff that makes money. Unfortunately, that's a very time-consuming philosophy.
Yeah, I could see that. I know a lot of people, they'll do little things. Like, I know one guy on another Discord I met, he started with, like 10 gil, and he's just made his first million. And a lot of it is just, finding, like, the right vendor stuff that people will buy anyways at markups.
Well, I just recently bought a new retainer. And I'm making him my fishing retainer because I didn't have one before. So now that I have a fishing retainer, I can do fishing things. But I first had to equip him with a weathered fishing rod, and those, you can't buy those there's only one shop you can buy them from, and it's in Leminsa. It's in Leminsa. And now, mind you, I am in Leminsa a lot, but at the time, I was not. I was over in Kugane. So, like, literally the price for me to teleport back to Limsa and buy this fishing rod for my retainer, some guy was selling it on the marketplace for 500 gil, and it was cheaper to just buy it off the market board that way than go and legitimately buy it.
I have to actually really think about redoing this logo, because I can't just do the logo like I was planning to with just an easy peasy workaround. I'm actually going to have to put effort in this. Damn.
Oh, snap.
Dit Fight episode, you should do it with like an island theme. Like a sandy bottom, and then like a real intense, like a white to intense blue, and then a break, and then a lighter blue going up to a more intense blue again. And working some green around there too.
Well, I mean, I've never put an episode up on Patreon. I have not, so I'm not sure if I can do individual album art for each episode on Patreon, or if it's just one general album art that everything gets to go under. So I will figure out what it could be as far as the general album art goes, which I will try to figure out how to make it look best as Rainbow, because that is the suggestion was given, and no one suggested anything else, Kevin.
I don't know what colors are.
And you know what? That's a fair answer.
Actually, I'm going to suggest anything, it probably would have been like the exact opposite, like red, black, and I don't know how that would look.
I mean, it could just be grayscale. I mean, that's possible. That's easy. I can do grayscale with like a click. Maybe two clicks.
You should do a berry end of the spectrum.
Isn't that still just blue?
Oh, well, okay, I meant Barry like Berry. You heard Barry as in my husband.
Ah.
Which is fair. Yes, that would just be blue and yellow. But I meant more like blue, purple, and red.
Ah, yeah. But see, those are accessory fruits. Not like apples, which I think are actual.
Yay!
Oh, hey! Oh my gosh, we got a Dylan.
Hey.
All right, welcome to the call, Dylan. We're going to talk about islands.
Is this like the Patreon thing we were talking about doing?
It sure is.
Apparently.
Okay.
Okay. And now it is time for the much anticipated me talking about Dick Fight Island to you guys. Okay, so first of all, before we get into it, is there anything you want to know about Dick Fight Island?
Are we recording or are we prepping here?
Oh, we're recording.
We're recording.
We're recording.
I read a summary of this on 1-900 Hot Dog, which is like a spiritual successor to the old crack.com, and I have a pretty good idea of how weird it is. I've forgotten a lot though.
Yeah, I read both parts of their review, and I was a little bit sad upon reading it because they pretty much said mostly what I wanted to say. They just said it first, because I only heard about this. About this manga when Basil was doing. What were you doing, Basil?
All right, so we were at MTAC, and I was working on my How to Find Anime and Manga Online Legally panel. And I have to do those things like the week of the convention, especially if it's been a while. And guess what? Thanks to COVID, it's been a while.
Yeah. You want to be up to date. You want to be current.
You want to be current. Well, like, prices change. They change every few months for different things. When I did the panel originally, even for like Momocon Digital in 2020, Verve was a thing. Funimation was still a thing. Crunchyroll and Funimation were not together or anything. Like, it was still separate services, and Sony had not even announced that they were buying out Crunchyroll. So everything had to get updated. So I was updating it then and there. And one of my slides for manga is Sublime, which is Viz Media's BL label. And I was just happening to take screenshots of the website, and I'm looking down at one of the things they had up for sale was the latest, and I think last volume, of Dick Fight Island. And I'm like, hot damn, there's a manga called Dick Fight Island.
Right.
And then
so
Doug bought it.
How could I not read it? How could I not log on to Sublime's site right then, right there? I bought the digital version of both volumes, just no hesitation. Went full in.
Isn't the original Japanese title something like the Battle of the Sacred 10 Knights or something?
Yeah, it's something like that.
Something very non-controversial, something very bland even.
There's only one reason you're reading it, and they need to put that in the name.
It's really a stroke of genius. It's really a stroke of brilliance that they named it Dick Fight Island, because I feel that there are so many qualities about this manga that go underappreciated if it's just presented to you as just a boy love manga.
Yeah, you want to know this is kind of crazy going in, is my understanding.
They put it in this category because it really is its own thing.
Like it's actually a dick fight. Like, you're thinking, this can't be actually a dick fight, but that is literally what it is. Like, oh my gosh, like, they actually do, like, a well thought out tournament arc. Fighting with their dicks. So are there any questions now about Dick Fight Island now that I have broached, like, the base premise to you and I need to talk about its greatness and also its not so greatness?
I mean, I think we have the general idea at this point.
There's an island, there's dick fights.
It's like reverse Keijo. Or reverse gender, like, gender swap Keijo,
baby.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think you do. Okay, so.
But we need to be enlightened. We need to be enlightened.
Okay, I bought the digital copy on Sublime, and so I am literally on page 6, and they're doing a character introduction. the way manga do a character introduction when it's a big, complex manga and there's a lot of characters. Only there hasn't been any backup to this. This is the first introduction to all these characters that we're seeing aside from, like, splash art, where we have no idea who any of them are. It actually goes ahead and singles them out, and instead of showing us, like, their faces or anything, it shows us, like, their dicks.
We're introduced to our cast dick first.
Yeah. So we've got the cover page. We've got the cover pages. We have the title page. We have our main characters jumping out of a plane. Then a splash page where we're introduced to Dick Fight Island again. The general premise. And then this page of dicks, and it's not like they're normal looking penises. These are not penises. These are actually the penis guards. Like they all wear armor on their dicks because they're fighting with their dicks. This is serious, guys. You're not taking it seriously enough.
So is this also Fortnite? Does it have like a concentric circle that comes in closer and closer as they have to fend each other off with said dicks?
Okay, no. This is what the situation is, Basil. Okay, so on this island, which, I haven't looked up the name of the island. I need to look up the name of the island, but it's a series of very small islands that are all very closely clustered together, and their name is named something very. It's very stupid and very clever. It has 3 different parts, and each part of it has like one of the parts is an obvious like Hawaiian origin, and then an obvious Chinese origin, and then an obvious Indian origin. The point is to make you have no idea where this island is in the Pacific. It's somewhere in the Pacific, but nobody has any clue where it could be.
Because we all want to go.
Yeah, everybody would want to go to Dick Fight Island if we knew where it was, but...
I mean, you at least want to take in a few matches, if it's the season and all.
Well, the season happens every 4 years, because this is how they decide their king. The king of the island, only reigns for 4 years at a time, and every 4 years there is a dick fight.
I've seen worse systems for determining government.
Yeah, they literally swing their penises around, and whoever wins the dick fight gets to choose who they want to be the king. They can choose themselves, but more often than not, people choose the chief of their own specific tribe. And every island has a different tribe.
So they're more like champions of each of their peoples.
Yes, exactly. In fact, that's what they're even called in the thing is, like, I'm the champion of the Jewel Clan. That's our main character, is the champion of the Jewel Clan. The chief of the Earth Clan is also the champion of the Earth Clan. And yeah.
So it might be their actual leader, or it might be their someone appointed by their leader.
Yes. The champions are of legal age, so nobody is underage, which is very important because one of the characters looks like he's fucking underage, and it's really uncomfortable, and nobody likes it, but but he declares right off.
Like within universe, it's uncomfortable. You mean, or
yes,
okay,
within universe, it's uncomfortable.
That's why I was trying to just for clarification, because there's sometimes it goes unremarked upon, and sometimes it doesn't.
And this wasn't added by the translators. Like, oh yeah, sure. Everyone in this show is 18.
Yeah,
they're all high school students.
This is for serious. Now. Another very important thing, you have to understand about this culture is that they consider it very manly to show your ass off.
That's not even that ridiculous. I'll be honest. That's
Yeah, that feels like a thing that could be a genuine cultural difference.
Well, and again, that's part of the brilliance of it, and it's one of the things that I don't think the 1-900 hot dog guys really talked about and really appreciated enough, is that a lot of this really feels like somebody who cares deeply about, somebody who cares very deeply about, anthropology. Like an absolute anthropology nerd who sat there and like has studied like the evolution of different cultures over the world, really sat down and looked at this and put a lot of loving and tender care into this in a way that starts to feel almost condescending because of how out of absolutely crazy and ridiculous it is, but at the same time I kind of understand what they're going through, because I've sat there and thought way too much about like genealogy and things.
I love when an ostensibly super horny manga puts way too much thought into the scenario and world building. That I actually really love that.
And so that's what's going. So Kevin, you need to read Dick Fight Island. Like, if nothing else, next time you come over to my house, just sit down with my computer for a little while, or I'll pull it up on my iPad or something, and I'll let you read it, because it really is absolutely great and terrible. Because it really is a series of like ridiculous ideas that are taken absolutely seriously. Okay, so it's very manly to bare your ass, and so only fully grown men are allowed to bare their ass. So like,
thank goodness,
you're not going to see like any children's asses running around.
Yeah, sign of virility and manliness. Your well-toned, sculpted ass. It makes sense.
Yes.
Makes sense.
Yes, and to show your respect for another man, you show your ass, bend over, and spread your cheeks just a little.
That's a little silly, but
Is it?
I mean,
is it any sillier than bowing?
But
yes, it is.
A little, but anthropologically, probably not the weirdest thing people have ever done.
Yeah, we're gonna pretend it's not weird. Because like this is just a completely different culture. You would not understand it. Like your Canadian girlfriend or something.
Well, that's actually a very good plot point that happens in the manga. So our main character, Hart, he has been studying abroad. He's been away from the islands. And he's been living in the outside world. And so, he has pants that cover his ass, and like his friends make fun of him for it. And what's more is that he's the champion of the dick fights for his clan, and he has learned a secret technique that his college roommate showed him, that's going to completely revolutionize how the proceedings of the dick fight go. Because the goal of the dick fight, the moment where you have won, is when you get your opponent to orgasm.
See, that's the thing that you would assume is the opposite of a fight. It's called a fight. You would assume that it's, I don't know. I don't want to put too much thought into it, but it definitely feels like the opposite of a fight.
No, this is the perfect fight because everyone wins.
Okay.
We lose Doug. Was the power of the dick fight so powerful that we lost our commentator on the Dick Fight Islands?
Oh no, Doug's the only one who knows how this goes.
Charlie did say he's back, so maybe we could add him in if we wanted. I don't know. Since I'm assuming we're editing this part out.
Probably.
Hey, sorry guys, I got excited and pulled my own power cord out.
Oh no!
Oh.
Now, what were you saying, Dylan? Because I really wanted to hear it.
Oh no, I was saying Charlie said he was back, and so maybe we could add him in. I don't know.
yeah, if he wants to join in, I'm fine with it.
I will leave that to Basil. And I guess at this point,
So before you pulled the plug on yourself by getting too excited,
Yeah.
Dylan was like, I don't know, this sounds like the opposite of fight. I was mentioning
okay.
that no, this is the perfect fight because everyone wins.
Okay, yeah, that was a good cutoff. Like, I guess we can start from there.
Well, if Charlie's coming or not.
Charlie
I
is
don't
not
think
coming.
he is.
He's on baby
Oh,
duty.
No.
okay. Well, I mean, that's reasonable. Okay,
Baby duty.
so, continuing on. No, it is a fight! But that's why they wear dick armor, so, it's harder to stimulate their dick, and they can also use their dick to fight everybody else's dick. And so our main character, he's learned a secret technique off of the island that he's going to use to totally revolutionize the dick fight. It's called the prostate.
I feel like this is really like you're starting a arms race here, and the armor's got to change next tournament to prevent this. They
Well,
they might end up inventing what we call clothes.
Like, oh man, like I just can't. Like, I don't want to read the manga to you, like, story arc by story arc, page by page. I do just want, like, that's the absolutely mind-blowing part about Dick Fight Island, is they engage in dick fights, but you don't understand how heterosexual these guys are. They haven't even conceived of anal sex. Like, the idea that you could have anal sex hasn't even occurred to them in this whole culture.
Seems
Is
a little convenient.
Is his ultimate power move lube?
Yes, that is actually his power. Okay, like you just need to go look at the picture. Like Hart, our main character, is like on the cover. Like, that's him standing on the cover with his magnificent dick. And those little tubes, yes, those little tubes are holding like the secret potion of the Jewel Clan, and it's lube. It's lube is what it is.
I feel like the pictures I've seen of this too, if this is people's first exposure to this, like the armor is definitely like overcompensating. It's
Yeah, they just have normal penises. Like, their normal penises wrapped in these giant monstrosities. Like,
Now that
It
is
just
definitely
seems like-
believable.
it seems like the thing that like our culture would come up with, right? Like, look at me, you know.
I mean, there is a history of really elaborate cod pieces in certain periods of European history.
Yeah.
That's not even that out there.
But Doug didn't even mention the popped collar or shoulder pads. Like, as a part of this outfit.
Everyone knows, you know.
oh no,
the
that's
shoulder.
just standard. That's just
Or
standard,
the fancy
like, yaoi
sash
fare,
around-
like, whatever.
The shoulder, very sensitive. Got to keep that covered.
Well, it's battle armor. It's not like they're just going out there completely naked.
I also like how his gloves are only like half fingerless, where like some of the fingers are covered, some of the fingers are not.
Do you notice which two fingers are
I
not
don't.
covered?
Oh no. I know where this is going. I don't like it, man.
Oh my.
It's these subtle details. It's these subtle details that make this truly a masterpiece. Like, you could look at that and go, "Oh yeah, that's just like Bishoujo anime stylings that, like, he only has like two of his fingers are exposed." Like, no. That's very important. That is a plot point. It comes up later.
Yeah, those are the action fingers.
He has to find the prostate first.
Oh, bye.
All this is really reminding me of is an Otakon many years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this is back when, like, Mega Tokyo was new years ago.
Ooh.
And I was hanging out with some folks, and there was a couple of ladies I was hanging out with, and they had finally gotten to the dealer's room, and they came back with their ill-gotten goods, and they were passing books around and giggling. And I'm like, oh, shoot, what would you giggle about? I want to see. And they're like, no, you can't handle this, Space. You can't handle this. And I'm like, I don't think you understand who I roll with normally in life. And they very, very, very gingerly hand it to me tentatively. And I'm looking through, and I'm like, they edited all the dicks out.
Yeah.
Like, this is, where's all the, where are they? And they're just looking at me like, what do you mean, where are they? And I don't think this manga would disappoint in this respect.
No, this manga doesn't edit them out. It has the full-on dicks when we get around to them. When it's time to see dick, we see dick. Which is why I was very confident in telling you, oh no, they have, like, regular penises. Like, they're regular penises. They're very well rendered. They're not over the top or bizarre. It's, you know, like a person who actually cares about the physiology of penises drew them. So take that for what it's worth.
Hey man, seeing another picture of another dude with his battle armor on with this weird, like, you know, crustacean effigy that's going on in his front zone. I can see how, you know, this new exciting off the island fighting style could really change things for him. Like,
Yeah,
I could totally see it. So
no defense against it. They've developed all kinds of defenses for this tournament. They've metagamed as best they can. It's the one thing that they didn't think of.
right. They didn't think of anal sex. Just never occurred to them.
For some reason, I just keep thinking of Star Wars and small thermal exhaust port right below the main port. Hit
Yes,
right there, and
very
the whole
much
thing
like
goes
Star
down.
Wars this is just like Star Wars in
You have
that
to maneuver
regard.
down that trench.
Oh,
and now I'm remembering about a different anime con where Kevin and I end up getting handed over Star Wars Episode 1 BL.
Yeah. That
Like
was the day.
fan created, or is this
Yeah, was that?
It was a doujin.
Okay,
Had
yeah,
the
I don't
movie
know why
even
I
come
asked
out
that.
yet?
That part I don't remember, but Doug, you were saying something.
Oh, well, I was just getting back to the point that I was originally making. Well, I say I was originally making, but I was making it at some point that the manga does actually include. So the aforementioned college boyfriend, he does have a hard time accepting that this is an actual legitimate part of their culture, and he does in fact think that his boyfriend has just gone off, like, to go have, like, a crazy orgy on an island.
Yeah, I feel like there's a lot of anime that juxtaposes, or anime and manga that juxtaposes, like, some crazy thing with modern society. Like Dragon Ball has all its Saiyans. Doesn't Naruto take place side by side? Like,
Naruto's
yeah.
Naruto and Dragon Ball both have weird schizotech going on. Like, Dragon Ball has, like, dinosaurs and animal people running around, but it's ostensibly a modern setting. Naruto has telephones and video games, but no one's ever invented a gun.
I mean, this is the same thing. Except...
Fortnite, once again, in Fortnite, Naruto gets a gun.
That Fortnite is not...
It's basically this. It's basically the same thing, but instead of like punching each other, it's
Yeah.
what
I
it
mean,
is.
maybe there's something in Naruto in a movie or somewhere I didn't get to where somebody has a gun, but it's like it's very schizotech. It's like ninjas doing ninja stuff with like throwing stars and kunai and like martial arts moves, but we also have telephones and video games.
But yeah, and like similarly, if you came for the modern world in that, you'd be like, that can't possibly exist. Why would
Yes.
It's like finding out Hogwarts exists parallel to modern society, except
To be
once
fair,
again,
Hogwarts has some schizotech going on too in the way certain elements of muggleness interact with the wizard world, but not in all ways.
Well,
But maybe not best to dwell on. But
Yeah. It seems like a trope, and this is doing something different
Yeah.
with that trope.
I also want to point out that the Mary Sue also had an excellent article by Brianna Lawrence for reviewing Dick Fight Island. It's covered many of the same things.
well,
I
because
do
the
want.
things that are so great about it, like just like even before like I knew that anybody else had reviewed this thing, these were the things that I was sitting here just like in awe of.
Look, I just want to point out that when it came out, or at least as of this date of publication, which was May 11th, 2021, it was, sure, number one in yaoi and LGBTQ plus manga. It was also number one in romance manga.
Yeah.
And number 5 in action and adventure manga
It's not a romance
on
manga.
Amazon.
It's whoever put this down as a romance manga just blatantly mislabeled this.
Once again, I don't think a category exists for what this is, and so it's getting shoehorned
And then-
into other things.
Rayboon Ike did say, "Thank you for the number one bestseller. I hope you enjoyed the manga, and Rora's heart is trembling with joy. Hashtag Dick Fight Island. Dick Fight Island Volume 1. And it has the Amazon listing. And it tells me that the following media may can include potentially sensitive content.
Potentially.
Well, so another thing that like I read from the author about the process that I think it's a she who wrote this. I'm not sure, but I'm just going to go ahead and use that set of pronouns because I don't know any better. One of the things that she said was the way she decided, like she went into this genuinely with no idea of who was going to win. She kind of had ideas of how everybody would do in a matchup against everybody else, but she left the structure of the of who paired up against who completely to pseudo random. What she did is she held like polls on the internet and had her fans decide who paired up with who, and then wrote around that.
That is a surprising amount of work going into what this is. Once again,
Yeah, it is. It's so for the people who are getting this raw and fresh, like on a not weekly update, but monthly update schedule, like there's a lot of tension going into who gets to fight off who in the brackets, and I think that's part of why it ends up having such a good like, it feels very real going into it. Like once the brackets actually get started, you don't quite know who's going to win or lose, but it sure is great to see them try. I don't know. There was just an element of realism in how they went going about it that was very different than what I was expecting going in. Like, I was just thinking that this was pretty much just a pretense for butt sex. And It is, sure, but but it's thought through on just that extra level of super goodness. And then we get into Volume 2. Volume 2 skips back in time. It skips back in time to actually, like, view Hart being from this island and coming into the main world. And the relationship between him and his boyfriend, and I really because we kind of resolve we've resolved the tournament in the first volume, and so the second volume is more like this kind of drippy after stuff that is more what I think is in line with most yaoi. So my recommendation to anyone who reads this is to just read the first volume and don't bother reading the second one unless they come out with the third volume. Because at the end of the second volume, she promised that next she was going to start the training arc, because all the champions were going to start training again for the next dick fight. You know, chapter 2 was of the 4 years from the first dick fight to the next one, so Volume 3, if it ever comes out, is going to be the training arc, and I can't wait. I can't wait to see a legitimate training arc done with this concept.
I'm afraid to ask what training consists of in that sense, because it's, you know, once again, if you're looking at a regular fighting anime, you go in the hyperbolic time chamber, and I don't know. I've not watched that much Dragon Ball.
I mean, it's true. In the hyperbolic chamber, you can really take your time training.
Well, I mean, Dick Fight Island is the kind of story where I wonder if some beautiful idiot isn't going to try to use sandpaper. Like, you know, in order to make their dick super resilient. Somebody is going to lift weights. I don't know who, but somebody is going to start lifting weights with their dick.
I feel like this is just going to get painful. Like, just the thought of it. No, you're going to hurt yourself. You're going to have the most embarrassing emergency room trip because you tried this training.
Well, Dylan, you've got time. Plenty of time to worry about this. Because the first volume came out of May of 2021. This volume 2 came out in March of 2022. So I would say you've got a good year. So if we get a volume 3, it's probably when we'll see it. So take this time. Think about it.
I'm good. I'm good.
I did find this page on Google Books. It did mention that Reibun Ike is creator of over 24 boys love manga, several which have been published internationally. She was born in Kyushu and enjoys the countryside. And you can find more about her on her Twitter page at @I_Reibun. I also think it's a great capstone to this whole talk, where I was checking out the what people are saying and write a review, and it states, "We have not found any reviews in the usual places." So, admittedly, this is a Patreon bonus episode. This is, in fact, not the usual places. However, who knows? A year from now, we may have yet a fresh Patreon awesome bonus episode talking about Dick Fight Island Volume 3, if we ever get it.
Yeah, I feel like I need to avoid anyone making comments on this, because this is definitely the type of thing that, like, once you hear about it, you're like, I gotta tell someone. No one will believe this. This is so insane. Like,
well, it's so insane, but it's so much better than you think it's gonna be. But it's also just as bad as you think it's gonna be.
There's a lot of work put into it. But yeah, I need to, if we're gonna do an episode on whatever Volume 3 comes out, I need to avoid seeing anything about it so I can be freshly shocked and or horrified by
No spoilers.
the training arc.
All right, well, Dylan, thank you for coming by.
No problem.
And we are going to take a break now so we can get ready to talk about the actual episode of the Awesome Cast.
Yeah.